Jacqueline, thank you so much for joining us. So talk to us more about the challenge and what is in it for the winners.
Absolutely. I have been at Google for more than a decade, leading Google.org, and I am so excited about this. It's my favorite thing that we've done. It's an open call, the Google.org Impact Challenge for Women and Girls, and we're going to provide $25 million plus expertise from our Googlers, and this is for nonprofits and social enterprises globally. And we're looking at a focus on creating pathways to prosperity for women and girls. So really around economic empowerment for women and girls. And it's open now on our site. That's g.co/women and girls challenge. And the deadline is April 9th. Criteria wise, we're really looking for innovation. So we want really bold ideas, and we want to make sure that the teams have, strong capacity, locally represented, and ideas that can scale and have some evidence of impact.
Now, President Biden just created this Gender Policy Council at the White House. What's your reaction to that?
Hey, all is needed, right, in this moment for women and girls. I mean, as you know so well, we have been making such amazing progress for women and girls in education and jobs, but the COVID crisis has really set us back. We have seen women be disproportionately impacted, and that's true globally. They're more than twice as likely to have lost their jobs as a result of COVID. Here in the US and around the world, we're seeing women needing to take on extra duties at home, whether that's teaching kids or taking care of their aging parents. In fact, we're seeing about 10 to 15 hours more work per week that women are spending on caregiving. And children have had to leave school globally. We know that that's happening around the world, particularly in the global South. But the estimates are that 20 million girls may not return to school after the pandemic. So this is a moment for all of us, government, civil society, companies, individuals, to really stand up and help women and girls along that economic pathway.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Jacqueline. I'm really concerned about women backsliding, especially losing some of the progress we've made, especially as I sit here listening to my kids shuffle around upstairs while I talk to you from my basement. What kind of policies do you think are necessary to get women back into the workforce, to make sure that we don't move backwards and only move forward?
Well, look, here's something that's very positive is that we know that there are pragmatic solutions that actually work. So one of them is thinking about reskilling. So through the Grow with Google program that we are helping with, we are training more than 20 million people globally in digital skills. And we know that when people have access to these skills, they can help advance their career. So we're launching things like IT support certificates to help people who have never even touched a computer get into that rung of the ladder into tech careers. So the good news is there are solutions out there. But I think one of the things that we need to see as well, let me just speak to my world, philanthropy. We need to make sure that there's more philanthropy that's going specifically to support women and girls. Only like 1% to 2% right now of all philanthropy is tailored specifically to closing gaps and to solutions for women and girls. So we would need to get more dedicated philanthropic capital, which is often risk capital, early capital that can really help push innovation. And we also need to see more women who are in leadership and decision making, and frankly, deciding where that money is going in philanthropy. It's one of these fields where we see about 3/4 of the staff in philanthropy is female, but only about half of CEOs of philanthropies. And then if you look at the largest philanthropies with more than $1 billion in assets, it's only about 25% are led by women.